Okay, so fuming, so I've deleted the old video, but so I'll have to just quickly recap it now. Risk management. In this video, I'm going to explain to you about the voucher system, which is a really, really important system. I have to get my notes back open again. Okay, so how this helps. I developed this when I started trading to try and help with risk management. It's a really difficult thing to stick to, but ultimately it's going to be the success or the death of you as a trader. Okay, so the voucher system, pretty simple. It's a way of having calculated risk each week, each month, and it's a way of stopping traders from over trading as well. So pretty simple. You get a piece of paper, A4 or A5, split it into 5 pieces. Voucher, 1R voucher. All right. Each week you start off with your 5 vouchers. Once you've taken a trade, you then tear your voucher up and you put it in the bin. All right, burn it, do whatever you want to it. You're getting rid of it. Once you've used up your 5 vouchers for the week, you stop trading. All right. If it's a case that you only use 2 or 3 vouchers, you can carry them over to the next week. All right. What this basically does is enables you to trade 5 times a week. Well, as a maximum of 5 times a week, say for instance during a 4-week month, okay? So you place 20 trades, you've got 1R maximum loss on each trade, then taking into consideration that you've got 4 weeks, so you have a maximum of 20R, so if you use 1%, the maximum you can lose that month is 20%. If you get every single trade wrong in a row, you will lose 20% maximum loss. So that there and alone is basically giving you 5 months worth of trading, 5 months worth of plus, 5 months plus worth of losing every single trade, as opposed to, you know, burning your account out in a week or a few weeks. You've actually survived trading for 5 months, which is a long time and a lot of trades to take, and you'll learn a lot. And that's why the voucher system works really well. But you need to have an accountable system there, because you won't be able to trust yourself to only take 5 trades. You'll forget, you won't care, you'll just take them, right? That's just the reality of the situation. So the voucher system just basically cuts out the emotion, the psychology of having to discipline yourself and take control of your own risk. So use the voucher system, see if you can stick to the voucher system for like 2 or 3 months, and I can almost guarantee that you will find your psychology will change, your anxiety will change, you won't be stressing out as much because you know, I fucked this week up, I've lost my 5 vouchers, I'm going to go and do something else, I've got my time back. Because what it also stops you doing is chasing your ass, right? You lost 5 trades that week. Right, well, I need to make the money back. I need to try and get back. If you've lost your 5 trades, you're having a shit week. Stop trading, right? If you've had a wicked week and you've had 5 trades and you've made a couple of R on each, maybe you're up 3 or 4 R for the week, you're up 4, 5, 6% for the week, you're done. You walk away with a profit, right? Come back next week. Maybe you monitor the market, see what's happened. Main thing is, you're drawing the line there and you're saying 5 trades is where I'm done. So make sure you implement the voucher system. This is going to help massively with your risk management. It's going to help massively with you for over trading, and it's going to give you longevity. It's going to keep you in the game for longer. So understand that. If you've got any questions or anything, just drop me a message on here or on Instagram. It's a really simple system, but you need to have that physical voucher in front of you so that you know you don't rush into trades, right? Because you know you've only got 5, and once it's gone, it's gone. So you're more selective with what you go for. And these are things that you need to learn as a trader. You need to learn to be more selective, all right? Because if you don't have the voucher system in place, you could take 15, 20 trades that week. And if it's not your week, or that it's a specifically difficult week, you fucked yourself over, right? So stick to the voucher system, give it a shot. Promise you it works. Help me out. I wish I started off on that, because it just gives you a structure and a framework to work from. And what I'm going to do after this, I've already pre-recorded the video. I'm going to take you over to showing you how the compound calculator will work, and show you how just taking 5 trades a week, trying to build an account from a small account to a large account. It's the way to go. It teaches you the right psychology. So I'm going to show you on a compound calculator just how you can grow an account given enough time and correct risk management. All right, so this is coming off of risk management, and this is where again patience is going to come into it. But I'm just going to explain a little bit here. Just using a compound interest calculator, right? Compound interest is your best friend. It's how you can become from, risking £10 and making 20, £30 a trade to risking £2,000 and making 3, 4, 5 grand a trade. So say for instance, you start off with 500, right? That's what I would say majority of people start off with. And let's do it monthly. Say monthly, your target is 10%, all right? So risking 1%, you're making 2 to 3 R on each trade, and you're getting a couple of those in a month, and that's bringing you in 10%. All right. So you're risking £5. You're risking 1%. You're making 10% a month. I'm messing my words up. Right. So 10% a month, and you do that for 3 years. Right. So for 36 months. Compounds it monthly, calculate. So the first month you made 50 quid, 10%, so you got 550. Second month you got you made, is that right? Yeah, that's absolutely right. You made £55, right? So your total interest now is £105. Your pot value is 605. Month 3 you're up to 665. Month 4, you get the gist. After 1 year of 10% a month, you're up to 1550, just over, right? By year 2, you're up to 5 grand, and by year 3, you're up to 15 grand, all right? But each month you're bringing in, by year 3, you're bringing in £1,400, all right? So let's just say, for instance, you started off with £1,000. So you've been trading now for 6 months on a demo account. You're getting profitable. You go, right, I'm going to invest £1,000, right? Some people start with 5 grand, but let's just say most want to just, in terms of expendable, you saved up for the month, you're sticking £1 grand away, and that's what you're going for. You're sticking to your 10% a month for the next 3 years, right? Oh no. So you started out with £1 grand. By the end of the year, you're up to 3 grand, and each month you're bringing in £285. By year 2, you're bringing in £900 a month, and you're up to 10 grand. And by year 3, you're bringing in 2,800 a month, and your pot value's at 30 grand. All right, so 2.5 grand a month. You might stop at year 3, and you start taking, you start saying, right, okay, well, from now on, I'm just going to withdraw my 2 grand. But if we carry on to, say, for 1 more year, you're bringing in 9 grand a month on your 4th year. All right, on your 4th year trading, you're bringing in 9 grand a month. Your pot value's at 100 grand. So as you can see, right, you start with £1,000. Let's say, let's just put it to yearly to keep things easy. But say you're doing 10% a week, right? Say you're doing 10% a week. You get to a stage where you're doing 10% a week. You figured things out. That's 52 weeks, but we're going to do it every year because that's just how this is set up. So 10% each year for 52 years, or 10% of £1,000 each week, 52 weeks of the year. So that year you'd have turned your £1,000 into 142 grand, and you're bringing in 12 grand, or just under 13 grand a week, if you can maintain 10% a week. Now that is very, very good trading. I probably don't know many traders that are bringing in 10% a week every week consistently, but it shows you, if you you mixed up somewhere in this region here, you're still bringing in 2 grand a week, and your pot value's at 21 grand, say for instance that's your first year and that's your second year. So you can see how compound interest can really start to kick things off. But from my experience, I would say start low. Don't for 1 minute think, like I've said previously, don't for 1 minute think that the more money in your account, the more money you're going to make. Honestly, if you're a new trader, the more money in your account, the more money you're going to lose. So I hope that helps with the the time aspect, and I hope it helps with giving you a little bit more patience and helping you walk away from, you know, your target. If you've hit 10% that month in 3 days, you're fine. Walk away. You've hit your target. You know, the quicker you can walk away, because a lot of traders hit their target and then they dwindle it all away. All right, because they get confident, they think they know what they're doing, they've hit the target. Well, let's go for 20, let's go for 30%. They end up losing it all. All right, so hit your target, walk away, enjoy your life, go and do something different. Maybe you've got a second job, side hustle you're doing. Stick with that. So I hope that's been educational for you and shown you the possibilities.